everyone, it's Sonia. I hope you are out and about enjoying some of these beautiful summer days. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about hitting roadblocks with goals. A client was asking me the other day, they were saying, I feel like I'm putting all this effort into something and yet I'm still banging up against a wall. And there could be a lot of reasons for that. I mean, maybe you need a shift in strategy, maybe there's a belief system that's not quite right, maybe you're not taking enough action, or maybe this other phenomenon is happening. And it's an interesting one in terms of you feel as if you're putting yourself out there. You feel like you're taking lots of action. You feel like you're believing it's all possible. But some little part of you isn't quite buying in. And this was really obvious. A year ago, I was doing this Modicize course, Wheel of Life. So there were 4 different modules, and this one in particular was around relationships. And there was a woman who came and she was like, I'm really excited. I'm really, really open. I've been working on myself. I have a clear vision of what I'm looking for in a relationship. I know what I want. I am really ready to embrace this. And we went through the whole thing. And then at the very end of the class, I have people jump in to their new relationship. And as I was saying, on the count of 3, jump, she didn't jump. And she was like frozen. And I was like, jump. This is the part you jump into the new relationship. And afterwards, she was talking about it. And she was saying, I couldn't believe how frozen I was in my body. You know, in my mind, in my heart, in my, what I thought, my beliefs, were all like, you know, geared up, ready to go and to really find somebody that I really want to be with. And yet when you asked me to step into it, it was as if my entire body stopped. I couldn't get myself off the line into the new relationship circle. And that's one of the powerful things about putting these ideas into our physicality, because often they'll show up this way. Your body will do something that's really telling you something. It's such a huge and powerful lesson. And so what she noticed was I thought I had everything ready, but there's clearly some part of me that's resisting it. And I find that sometimes there's this like, I want this, and then there's this like hand stopping, you know, so energetically you're putting it out there, but as it's coming in, you're almost blocking it, and hence it feels like you're hitting a roadblock. And so I want to ask you, is something like that happening? Is there an area of your life where maybe you think you're doing everything you can, but there's some part of you that's energetically blocking it? That's doing this. I'm putting myself out and then I'm stopping it. I noticed this in some capacity years ago, even when I was pursuing acting. There was a little bit of that because there was a fear behind it. Like, I really, really want this. Oh my gosh, I'm terrified of it. And that's usually what's behind it. But we want to pull them apart. We want to separate that so you can keep your vision clear, pure, and as detailed as possible, tapping all of the senses. What does it look like, feel like, smell like, sound like? Who are you with? All of those things, we want to flush that out as much as possible. And then what are you noticing? If you were to jump into that, what are you noticing is holding you back? And that will probably uncover some fear, some thought, some second guessing, whatever it might be for you. And it could show up in different ways. Maybe you're procrastinating, or you're deflecting, or you're getting very busy but not actually taking big action that's going to move you closer to your goal. You're just busy. That's one of my favorite. But what else is happening? How is it showing up in your pursuit of a goal? And how is it creating this roadblock? So just take a look and see if you're finding yourself hitting up against some walls. Are you putting on the brakes on some level? Are you energetically putting up the stop hand? And how come? What are you gaining? What are you losing? And what's possible if you turn the stop hand to the come on? Even just that action of putting a stop and then waving it forward, come on, come on. Or opening up your heart chakra, opening up, just that physicality. I love those. It's almost like a shoulder press where you're squeezing your shoulder blades behind you together and opening up. It's a great heart opener. What if you were, instead of closing yourself off, opening yourself up to possibility? How does that feel different from what you might be doing right now? And even just that simple motion might open up possibilities, answers, strategies. And then, of course, take that action, because that's a critical part of it as well. But take it with the belief that it can and will happen. So there you have it. Would love to hear how that works for you. Pop any comments below. It's always really great for people to read other people's experiences. We're all in this together and we're all learning. So love to hear your comments, and I'll see you next week.